Hi, welcome back to ByEveryWord.org. We've got 3 lessons that we've already gotten down, and we're really starting to get into some of this kingdom business, some of this kingdom stuff, and it's very exciting. I hope you guys have enjoyed this lesson and what we've covered so far, and we have so much more to cover. We have so much more. I'm going to be preaching on the kingdom for the rest of my life. The kingdom makes me excited again. It gets me excited because I realize what I've been missing. It's what I've been searching for my whole life, was the kingdom. Many of you, actually every one of you, whether you realize it or not, you have been looking for the kingdom. Some of you have tried to find it in religion. Some of you have tried to find it in worldly things. Some of you have tried to find it in wealth. But you are never going to find what it is that satisfies you until you come to the kingdom, until you realize God's original purpose for you. And that's exciting. You know, I look back now and I think of all the time that I've wasted in religion. I think of all the time that I've wasted in just trivial things in the Bible, that arguing over just really endless pursuits that lead to nowhere. Have you ever been in an argument over something dumb? You know, I look back over so much wasted energy that I spent in religion. And I think of all the hurt that I've had in religion. Have you ever been hurt by religion? I bet you there's many of you that have. God never intended for there to be religion. That wasn't His plan. His plan was never to bring a religion. Jesus Christ was not a religious man. And I love to think that. We got to say that out loud sometimes, because sometimes people teach the Bible in a way where they make Jesus to be religious. And Jesus is not religious. He was actually completely against religion. The only people that were ever against Jesus were who? Religious people. The Pharisees, the scribes. They had a lot of members. So that's important in religion, members. And so whenever Jesus came, here's a man who's coming about, he's preaching this good news of the kingdom, and all of the sinners, he's hanging around them, he's influencing them, he's impacting them, and he even starts to pull away the members from the Pharisees and the members of the temple and the members of the Sadducees. They're following him around everywhere. You know, they're wanting to see what he's going to do next. Why? Because they got something that they didn't get in all of the other things that they were doing in life. What? Results. Jesus brought results. They said, here's a man who preaches like he has authority, and he's got the stuff to back it up. You know, that's what I want. That's why we read the Word. That's why we try religion. And many of you that have left religion and tried to find pleasure in other areas of life, that's why you've went to that, because you want to have control over your life. You want to have power over your life, and you want to see things happen. You want to see results. Even if it's something to destroy yourself, you want to see that there is results, that there is something to life, that you have some type of control over your life. And the only place you're going to find that is not in a religion, but in the kingdom. I'm very excited about that. I'm excited because it's changed my life. And it's changed me in such a way that that's all I think about every day now is kingdom. Kingdom. How can I influence the places that I'm at, my job, my family, my friends? How can I influence them with the kingdom of God? And you know what? It's not like religion does, where it tries to stuff it down your throat. You don't have to walk around with a 10-foot Bible and always talk in a certain way and, hey, get out of the way now, I'm religious, get out of the way, you're going to hell, you know. That ain't what God meant for us to be like. People are supposed to see you, see the results, and they're supposed to get jealous because, man, there's something this person has. They've got power over their life. Things just seem to happen for them. When things go bad, they're still happy. They're praising the Lord. When things go wrong on their job, they can get fired and they're praising God. What's wrong with these people? They're crazy. We're kingdom people. Man, it's a culture thing. See, in religion, you try to fit in with all the other members of the congregation. You try to please a pastor. Don't say that you don't. Many of you do. You try to please the people that you're around. You have a certain way that you act when you're at church, but then during the week, it's a totally different story. This thing is a culture. The Bible is a kingdom culture. The kingdom is a culture. We're supposed to forgive our enemies because it's just natural to us. We're supposed to love our enemies because it's just natural to us. It's culture. It's my culture to love everybody. It's my culture not to be angry at every little thing. It's my culture not to have a temper about stuff. It's my culture to not lose control. Why? It's just what we do. I don't have to worry about anything. See, worry is the product of a fear of your surroundings, of what's going on in your life. That's what worry is. You're having a fear that you're losing control. That's what worry is. You start worrying because you think you're losing something that you had. You're losing control of your situation. Maybe you're losing control of your marriage. You start worrying about things. We worry over our possessions, things in our house. We worry if somebody steals them, or if something happens to the car, we start worrying. We're like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Or your stuff may have been stolen, and you're like, where's our stuff? We've got to get our stuff back, and you're panicking. Are we going to get the money back for it? Is insurance going to give us enough? We got to pay a deductible. You start worrying about every little thing. But see, in the kingdom, you don't own any of that stuff anyways. So if somebody breaks into your house and steals your things, they stole God's stuff. They're going to have to deal with God. And God knows where they are. You don't steal from a king and from his kingdom. You don't do it. And if we lose something, if something wears out, if things break down, if you lose a job, you're no longer worried about it because it's not your culture. You're in the kingdom. You don't own anything. Everything belongs to the king. And if everything belongs to the king and you're a citizen, then it's his job to provide for you. Man, what a thought that is. What a thought that is. That's exciting. So I've got a lot to cover. I'm going to try to keep this under an hour, but like everything else we've been doing, we have parts. Everything's broken out into 10-minute parts on YouTube. So if you can't watch the whole thing, just remember what part you're on, and then come back and check it later. Okay? Let's jump right into this. We're on lesson 4.